Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. In our last class, we have discussed about vocabulary and grammar part from A reading, right? In fourth unit. Tenali paints a horse. Now let us see the remaining part. Everybody open your textbooks. Page number 64. Let us see editing. Yesterday I have given you homework, children. I told you to write adverbs of manner in your homework. I hope you have done that. Complete your homework, children. Write your classworks also. Okay. Coming to editing. So you might have done this one in your lower classes, children. Editing means you need to find out the mistakes in the given sentences. One mistake will be there. You need to find it out. Again, you need to rewrite the sentence with the correct words. That means you need to replace the wrong words with correct words. Okay. So generally one paragraph will be given. 5 numbers will be there. For example, here see number 1 to number 2. There will be one mistake. Sometimes from number 1 to number 2, maybe 2 sentences will be there. But only one mistake will be there. Understood, children? Like that we need to identify the mistakes. Okay. First we'll read the paragraph. Later we'll try to identify the mistakes. Okay. First one. The oddest fellow on my class was Bodhraj. All of us was afraid of him. He always had a catapult in his hand and was an excellent shooter. His favorite targets were birds. He would stand under a tree, take aim and shoot a pebble on the catapult. The next moment, a bird would fell down. Okay, so this is the given paragraph. Now one by one, we'll read it again and we'll try to identify the mistake. Okay, what is the first one? The oddest fellow on my class was Bodhraj. So check the sentence, children, once. Is there any mistake? Are you able to find it? Read the sentence once again. The oddest fellow in my class. We don't say on my class, right? We say in my class. Okay. In the place of on, we have to write in. On was given, but we need to write in. In my class. Second one. All of us was afraid of him. See, this is preposition, right, children? Okay, this is a mistake from preposition. Second one, all of us was. Okay, so all of us was. Us means more than one people, right? One person, more than one person. That means plural. Okay, what we need to use for past tense plural? Past tense plural, we need to write were, W-E-R-E. In the place of was, we need to write was. All of us were afraid of him. Okay, next. He always had a catapult in his hand and was an excellent shooter. So this one, children, if you observe from number 3 to number 4, there are 2 sentences. That's what I said, children. From number 3 to number 4, there are 2 sentences, but you can find only one mistake there. Okay, that's how you need to check. Okay, 2 sentences are like, he always had a catapult in his hand and was an excellent shooter. His favorite targets were birds. Okay, then can you tell me, can you guess where is the mistake? He always had a catapult in his hand and was an excellent shooter was given. But what we need to write? An excellent shooter. We have learned about articles, right? An must be used before the words that gives vowel sound. Excellent started with vowel letter. Even pronunciation also giving vowel sound. That's why we need to use an. We don't say a excellent. What do we say? An excellent shooter. Yan. Okay. Next, fourth one. He would stand under a tree, take aim and shoot a pebble and the catapult. Are you able to getting meaning here? Right, it's not at all meaningful. How can we get the meaning? He would stand under a tree, take aim and shoot a pebble with the catapult. Okay, so here what we need to write, and in the place of and we need to write with, or else we can write take aim and shoot a pebble using the catapult. Both you can write, children, both are correct. Using the catapult. Right, like that. Fourth one. Next, fifth one. The next moment, a bird would fell down. A bird would fell down. So here it was given fell, but we need to write fall. Would, auxiliary verb. If you get will, would, can, could, shall, should, after that verb must be in V1 form. That means it is in present tense. Verb must be in present tense. This is rule. We know that, right? V1 form. Fall, fell, fell, right? So that's why would fall down. We don't say would fell down. What we need to say? Would fall down. So here preposition, we know the usage, right? Where do we say on and where do we say in? Are you sitting on top of the classroom? No, right? You are sitting in the class, right? So this one in, okay, was past tense plural. We need to use were. Next, and must be used before vowel sound words. Next, here also preposition, we don't say and catapult. We need to say with. Okay. Next, would plus verb must be in present tense or V1 form. So like this, you need to apply the grammatical rules and we need to make the changes accordingly. Right? Let's move on to the next one, writing part. Imagine that you are the king Krishnadevaraya. Now narrate an account of what had happened in your court. You can start like this. We have learned the lesson, right? We know the total incident. What was happened, right? You know the lesson. Who came first? Later, what was the question raised by the Tenali? What was the challenge? Okay, did he accept it or not? Finally, what happened? All you know that, right? Now, what you need to do? You need to imagine yourself as Krishnadevaraya and you need to describe, narration, describe the event. Actually, our lesson is in the form of play, right? It was in the form of drama, right, children? Now you need to write it as an incident. Just describe, like paragraphs. Okay, like story, what happened. So you can start the story like this. One day, an artist came to my court and showed me some paintings. Why it was given like my court and showed me? Because Krishnadevaraya only, right? And you are assuming yourself as Krishnadevaraya. That's why you need to write. So we should not write one day an artist came to Krishnadevaraya's court. Now you only Krishnadevaraya. That's why it was given like that. So all the what can we say? All the pronouns you need to change like me, my, mine, like that. Okay. Next. So one day an artist come to my court and showed me some paintings. They were very beautiful. I liked them very much. I understood. Everyone in the court liked them except Tenali Raman. So like this. See children, actually I told you to write summary. So if you have written that, this one is same. That one only. Again, it was asking. Only the small changes means you might have written in your summary that Krishnadevaraya told, Krishnadevaraya asked, Krishnadevaraya announced, like that. But here you need to write, I told Tenali Raman, okay, I am going to announce you like I'm going to give you the bag of gold and king of artists title will be given to you, like that. So only you need to replace Krishnadevaraya with I, me, like that. That's it. Okay. Next, coming to the study skills. Jesters used to entertain people with their wit and humor. Jesters means we discussed this meaning, right? Okay, it's like joker, a person who makes other people to laugh. Now we have comedians in films doing that job. So we watch movies, right? In that movies, definitely we will have so many comedians. Comedy. Without comedy, even the movie is not going to be that much hit, or we can't see that movie, right? Comedy must be there. Here is an interesting passage about one such comedian, Mr. Rajababu. See here, Mr. Rajababu, children. Okay, so he was very famous comedian. Okay, very old one. Even in our childhood, we were happen to see some of his movies. Okay, but our parents' time, when our parents are like children, at that time he was used to be a great comedian. Okay, you can search his image in internet, children. Okay, about him one paragraph is given. I'm not going to read it. You only read it by yourself. Then one small activity is there. Okay, turn the page. So there you can observe some boxes, right? Now write the important events in the life of Mr. Rajababu on the timeline given below. See here, actually this total paragraph is about Rajababu. So information like when he was born, when did he enter into the movies, and again movies order, what were his famous movies, in which year he acted in that, and he got some awards and rewards as well, in which year he got that, later when he was died. Okay, all these are important events in anybody's life, right? Like that, some important events are given in the paragraph. If you read it, definitely you will be able to understand. So that one only you need to write it as a timeline chart. That's it. Okay, one is already done for you. First one is what? In the year 1937, actually born in Rajahmundry, East Godavari district, Andhra Pradesh. So in the year 1937, what happened? He was born, right? Later, after 1937, what happened? He entered Tollywood in the year 1960. Okay, he entered into Tollywood in the year 1960. Like that, you need to mention them in the timeline chart. That's it, children. Okay. Now, coming to listening and speaking. So, let us see that. Everybody open page number 136. There is a small story, The Miser. So, miser means you might have know the meaning of this word. Okay, a person who doesn't want to spend money at all, always. Okay, so that kind of person is called as miser. Once there was a very rich man. He was a miser. That means what? He was very rich, but he don't want to spend even a single rupee. He ate cheap food and spent very little money. He lent money to all small shopkeepers at a high rate of interest. In this way, he earned a lot of money. One more business, what he do? He always used to lend money. Lending money means giving money for interest. That is called lending. So, you know the word money lender. You know that, right? Money lender means who gives money for the people for rate of interest. So, that's how he earned lot of money. Every morning, he went to see the shopkeepers and came home at midday. The miser had a watchman to look after his house. Look after means take care. At his house, there is one watchman. The watchman lived in a hut near the gate. He liked fish. Who liked fish, children? Watchman. Watchman liked fish and his wife cooked it for him every day. The watchman told his wife, cook the fish before midday. Our master will be out then. He doesn't eat meat or fish, or he will not like the smell of fish. Okay, so this miser, this rich man, maybe he is a vegetarian. He don't eat meat, fish and all. But the watchman, he likes that very much. That's why what he told his wife to cook it very fastly before midday itself. Once our owner returns, he doesn't like the smell. So just cook it before midday itself. Like that he told his wife. One day the master came home early. Here master means the rich man. Master. Master opposite servant. Okay. He walked past the watchman's hut and caught the smell of fish. It was a nice smell and he liked it very much. One day what was happened? That miser, rich person, owner, master, he came early and of course he was happened to smell that. Okay, he liked that smell very much. The afternoon he called the watchman and asked him, what were you cooking today? The watchman said quickly, I won't do it again, sir. Please forgive me. When miser asked that watchman, he was afraid and he told, please forgive me, sir. It's a mistake. It won't be repeated again. I'm not going to cook it again. Like that he said. The miser said, don't be afraid. I'm not angry. What was your wife cooking? Please tell me. So this man is a vegetarian, right? So he can't, he didn't understand what is the smell of, what is that smell. The watchman said, we were cooking fish. The miser said, please cook it every day. I like the smell very much. So he don't want to eat it, but he want to smell that. He liked the smell. So that's why miser, what he told, don't do that. You can cook it every day. The watchman and his wife thought, our master is mad, but they cooked fish every day. After a month, one evening, the watchman and his wife come to see the miser. Sir, you like the smell of fish? The watchman said to his master. So we cook it every day. So watchman and his wife one day they went to their master and told, Master, you liked the smell of fish. That's why we are cooking every day. But fish is not cheap. Obviously, you know that, right? Fish means it's very costly. Only vegetables we can get with lesser cost, right? But if you want to go for meat, chicken or fish, prawns, means it's going to be very costly, right? So that's what said by the watchman. It is very expensive. Cheap opposite word expensive. Expensive means costly. It costs us a lot of money. I earn only 30 rupees a month. So cooking every day fish is going to be like burden for us, sir. I can't bear that much amount because I'm just getting only 30 rupees per month. You ordered us to cook fish even though we can't afford it. So please give us money for the fish. So what did he ask watchman? Sir, we can't afford that, but we are cooking it regularly as you liked the smell and you told us to cook it. The miser thought for a while, then he said, oh, all right, wait here. He went into his room and shut the door behind him. He took out some silver coins from a bag. So miser went inside, he closed the door and he had taken some silver coins in from his bag. He dropped them one by one on the floor. The watchman and his wife heard the tinkle of the coins and were very happy. They said, he is going to give us all that money. Okay, so miser, he went inside of his room. He took out silver coins from his bag. Then what he did, he started dropping the coins one by one. If you drop the coins, what will happen, children? You will get the sound, right? And outside, who was there? Watchman and his wife. Watchman and his wife, they were able to listen that sound and they felt very happy. Yes, miser is giving the money. Okay, they felt very happy. After some time, their master came out and sat down on a chair. He then asked the watchman and his wife, did you hear the tinkle of the coins? Miser came out and asked, did you hear the tinkle? That means sound of the coins. Yes, sir, we did, said the watchman. Did you enjoy it? Asked the miser. Yes, sir, said the watchman and his wife. The miser then said, all right, I enjoyed the smell of your fish and you enjoyed the sound of my coins. I didn't ask for your fish, so don't ask me for my money. Now go away. Understood, children? So the miser, how much clever he was? What he said, I enjoyed the smell of your fish. I didn't eat your fish. I'm not eating your fish. I'm just enjoying the smell. You also enjoy the sound of coins. That's it. Don't ask me the coins. I'm not asking your fish. You don't ask me my coins. Like that he said, and said them to go. So like that, say small story, children. Very clever miser. Okay. Now I think I hope you understood this one. So just answer the questions. Very easy one, which are in the page number 66. Okay. So study skills, listening and speaking are going to be today's homework. Write all these in your homework book. In the next class, we'll see workbook part and be reading as well. Okay. Thank you.